everybody, and welcome to the channel Crossing the Spiritual Streams. My name is Tandra, and today we're going to do a Tarot Pick-a-Pile card reading on what has been hidden from you. Okay? The reason why I picked that theme is I have little animal containers here that we pre-picked charms for each pile. I randomly picked them, so I don't know what's in each one. But we pre-picked charms for each pile, and they're in each one. So at the moment, they're hidden. And so that was just kind of the theme of the reading, is what has been hidden from you. And that can be pretty much on anything in life. It just so happens to be what will ever come out in the reading with the cards and the charms. We will be doing tarot cards, charms, and our oracle spheres. So you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question that you can get an answer to. Before we talk about the piles and get into the readings, I would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody who has participated in the channel by subscribing and leaving us comments in the comment section of the videos that you've watched, giving us thumbs up on the videos, sharing the channel with your friends and family so that they can check out our videos as well, and also those of you who have donated to us through PayPal. All of those things are very much appreciated and very useful to the channel. It helps YouTube to decide to share the video with other people, and it helps the channel grow. We do have a goal of trying to hit 500 subscribers in the near future, so anything that you all can do to help in that endeavor is greatly appreciated. It is free to subscribe, so if you haven't done so, we will invite you to do that as well. Okay, if you aren't familiar with pick-a-pile readings, basically, there are 3 different piles here to choose from. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. In pile 1, we have a little dog. Pile 2 has a little elephant. And pile 3 has a little kitten. And basically, you go with your gut instinct. Not so much with what you're seeing or your eyes or what your favorite animal is or anything like that. But whatever your gut instinct is telling you, you should go to, because that means the universe is telling you, hey, there's where your messages are. There's what we have to say for you. It is possible to feel compelled to watch more than one pile. If that's the case, you can go ahead and watch those. You can watch 2 piles or all 3 even if you feel compelled to do so. Sometimes that does happen for some people, and it just means that there could be messages in more than one for you that might specifically resonate with you, and that's why you have that feeling. And so it is okay to watch them if that happens. Okay, so we're going to give you a moment or so to reflect on these piles and kind of meditate, decide which pile is your pile, that kind of thing. And when you're ready, in the description, there will be links specifically to each pile that will directly take you to that pile's reading. So we look forward to seeing you at your pile. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. Those of you that chose the little doggy here, and I need to get my charms plate ready for when we do our charms here in a moment. I did not get that ready in the beginning. Sorry about that, guys. Normally I have that ready in advance, but I did not do that. We will be looking at our charms. So, we're going to look at our charms. We have our tarot cards. And we will be doing our oracle spheres a little later, so be thinking of your yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to as well. And that way we can get those answers. Now remember, this is on what is being hidden from you. I've not really done a reading like this particular one, so I'm interested to see what kind of things are going to come through, or what kind of things are going to come out, what the universe is going to find important to tell you. All right, let's look at our charms first. Put our little doggy back here. Okay. Well, first of all, we have lots of letters. Let's see if we can come up with those. There's an R, U O P J G C and H. Okay, interesting. I see chug, which I'm not sure what that means other than, people chug things down very quickly. Also, I think of drinking when I think of that, like college drinking. So maybe there's somebody that you know. This is kind of coming to me out of the blue here, but maybe somebody you know is drinking and not telling you. That could be one thing that's being hidden from you. I'm not sure why that came to me that way, but we're going to go with it. Whatever comes here, we're going to say, because that means that somebody needs to hear that, okay? So that's what we're going to do here. There's a lot of letters here. They could mean initials for some people. They could spell out different words. There's lots of different words. There's also a hug here. So I feel like maybe for some of you guys, there's somebody who feels an attraction for you. It could just be a friend attraction. They just really care about you. But I think of hugs. I think of wanting to hug you, wanting to have that connection with you. And maybe they're making it be secret. Maybe it's somebody at work, or somebody that you know from church or from some other social occasion, and they are just not telling you that they feel that way about you, that they, would like to have a better relationship with you or whatever. I kind of feel that energy being involved there. So that's just kind of something I think some of you all need to take notice of. Now, because of the kind of reading this is, I really feel like because this is a general reading, that not all messages are going to work for everybody. So, like, not everybody's going to have somebody in their life that's drinking behind their back, or that has somebody who secretly has a crush on them or cares about them. That's not going to be true for everybody, but there's going to be some people that the drinking thing is true for, and some people that care about you. And so basically take with what resonates here, like what makes sense to you, what go, gee, yeah, okay, I could see that. That makes sense to me, and take that and work with that. Anything else that just doesn't seem right or isn't a good fit, go ahead and just kind of leave it by the wayside, because it wasn't meant for you specifically. This reading, more so than even most of the others I do, I think are going to have that kind of energy involved in them. I could tell right now with the kind of messages that are coming through that not all of them are going to apply to everybody. So far, that's still the two messages that I'm getting with these other things here, which we'll talk about. But we do have two jacks here. We have a jack of spades and a jack of hearts. The jacks to me are either kind of the pages or the knights. In this case, I'm kind of feeling the page energy, the youthful energy a little bit more than I am the knight energy. And the Knight of Cups is very idealistic. They're a dreamer, they're sensitive, they're innocent. Their head's kind of in the clouds. They're very childlike in a lot of ways. And the Page of Swords is very curious. They're inspired. They have lots of mental agility, and a lot of things like that. And what I find interesting here with these two cards and with a couple of other things I see, this one right here, the Mickey hands and the balloons. The balloons is another childlike energy to me. It's kind of the carefree, hidden energy. We have the playful kitty here as well. These energies that I'm getting here with these pages and the balloons and the whatever, is I feel like one of the things that's kind of being hidden from you is your creativity. I feel like you guys have an abundance of creativity and imagination and childlike wonder at the universe, but that's really been kind of suppressed. I really feel like it's something that you haven't really nurtured, you haven't really worked on much in your life. It was maybe suppressed in your childhood. That maybe you were, um, told that, that was foolish pursuits or things that you should not do. But with some of these other charms, okay, we have the Star Dream charm, we have the watering can. And with those two things, I see, first of all, it's okay to dream. It's okay to have your imagination. It's okay to have that childlike wonder at the universe and what things are going on. And that you need to nurture that with the watering can. I feel like that is something very important to tell a good portion of you that's watching this video. That's not as limited as the first two messages that came through. This is for almost everybody who's picked this. Okay, so I thought that was really important to get out there, that it's important to nurture your creativity and your childlike wonder and your idealism, believing in the impossible, believing in your dreams, that kind of thing. It's important to work on that. It's important to not suppress that like has been done, okay, so far. These other messages were kind of ones that came through early. We have the skull and crossbones. Once again, I see that as poisoning, as, somebody drinking in something that they shouldn't be doing. That kind of goes along with the alcohol thing. I really feel like for some of you, there is somebody in your life holding back some kind of addiction from you, that maybe you've known they've had the addiction and maybe they've fallen off the wagon and they're keeping it from you, or maybe you did not know that they had this sort of addiction and they're keeping it hidden, and it's something that would be good for you to know. It would be something good for you to help them with. We do have the secret love here as well. This one's always interesting too, because this one kind of goes along with the childhood wonder, but there's a heart on top of like a cake, but there's also I almost always see a little cross right here, up here in this little corner. So I almost always see a little bit of a religious symbolism in this as well, which is weird. And I was talking about maybe somebody at a church gathering or another function like that. Like if you don't attend church, that maybe, some other function that would be similar to church for you, that there is somebody there that holds great respect and love for you, or that, feels that way about you. We also have the key heart here as well. You have the key to somebody's heart, really, and I think they're keeping it. I think you have a secret admirer. They're keeping that from you. They're not telling you, kind of thing. We also have the elephant, which to me, elephants can denote a lot of things, but in this particular case, what I'm thinking of is a long memory, a very good memory, a long memory. And I feel like what that is symbolizing to me is, and this is for very specific people in the reading, so hardly anybody that's watching this will resonate for, okay? Because I can tell that this is only for like a couple of people, where the others are for like a much wider group, even if it's not for the whole group. But this particular one here about the memory thing is, I feel like there's a couple of you out there that some of your memories from childhood or from before, there's like a certain memory of something that is being suppressed, either by you because it's a memory that you're afraid of or you're worried about or whatever, or you were young and people have kept this memory kind of downplayed so that you don't remember it anymore. But there was something significant that happened when you were young, and that memory is now being suppressed. Like I said, either by you or other members of your family or social group, or people who have knowledge of this memory, because they don't want you to remember it. They don't want you to know it, or you yourself are trying to keep it from yourself because it was a memory of something that might have been traumatic, or something that you did not want yourself to kind of know later on that you thought was hidden. I don't know why this is important to come out now, but I want to throw it out there for those of you. If this resonates with you in any way, be very careful about digging up whatever this memory is, because if you have suppressed it, there's a reason for that, okay? It's your psyche trying to protect you, and if you go digging around and trying to find out what this is, maybe this is the time for you to do that. Maybe that's why it's coming out in this reading. But be very careful. Make sure you have lots of support, lots of other kind of a support network and a net around you when you do this, so that you're not doing this all alone, so that you're not dealing with this all alone, okay? I wanted to throw that out there. Like I said, this is not for a huge portion of the people in the reading, so I just wanted to get that out there for you. Let's go ahead and look at our tarot cards, and then we'll come back to our oracle spheres. Let's see what other types of things might be hidden, or other types of things might be important for you guys to know. Okay, we have the number 23 mice. That's interesting because they're kind of hidden almost in of themselves if you think about it. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute, what that might mean. Okay, we also have the Nine of Swords. Wow, this is interesting. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. I'm going to move this forward just a smidge so y'all can see these cards a little bit better. We have the High Priestess. Okay, that's interesting. We have the Knight of Swords. The King of Swords. Interesting. Wow. The Four of Wands. The Justice card. The Knight of Cups. And the World card. Okay. Well, first of all, with the Mice card. The mice often can indicate some sort of loss. Or damage, or complication, that kind of thing. And so, with this showing up in a reading about what's being hidden from you, it's possible that there is something in your life that, like maybe in finances, maybe you've lost something and somebody's keeping that from you, or, I'm trying to think. There's lots of things this can apply to be quite honest. But there is some sort of specific loss that, or, specific trouble or something that somebody is not letting you know about. This could even be like, things like maybe your parents getting a divorce and they're not telling you about it. I'm not sure why that popped up specifically in my head, but those kinds of scenarios where people are keeping that kind. I really feel like this has to do with relationships. So I do feel like there's somebody in your life that has some sort of relationship that is not going very well, and they're not telling you about it for whatever reason. It could be a relationship you're in yourself. If you're in a relationship with somebody and maybe they're not real happy with you, or they're kind of have one foot out of the relationship or something like that, and they're keeping that from you. They're not telling you about it yet for whatever reason. That is kind of the feeling I'm getting with the mice card. Okay. Also, I think the number 23 is significant for some of you. So if that number struck you in any way, shape, or form, or if me bringing it up strikes you in any way, shape, or form, you should go look up angel number 23 on the internet and find out what it has to say, because I think that's a specific message for some of you as well. So I just kind of wanted to let you guys know that, okay, and put that out there. But also, I'm also still getting this suppressed memory thing, and I thought it was originally from your childhood, but it may not be, and this may apply to more of you than I originally thought it did. There might be a few more of you instead of 2 or 3 of you. It may, be 5 or 10 of you or something. And because I'm expanding this out a little bit, in that It may not be a memory from childhood. It may be a memory from teenage years or from early adulthood or something else. But somehow or another, there is a memory that is being suppressed in some way or being kept from you. And the Nine of Swords card means that it's trying to come out. It's trying to do that. It's probably haunting your nightmares a little bit. It's trying to seep into your consciousness. So in some way, you're trying to bring this back forth again. You're trying to bring this back into your knowledge and your memory for whatever reason. I don't know why. Now is the right time to do that. I don't know why now is the time that this is happening to you. And this energy is very heavy, and so if I'm sounding kind of weird, that's why. I feel very sad for you guys that you're having to go through this, and very, I'm getting a very heavy feeling, a very heavy heart feeling. But I'm also getting, along with this, connected with this, that once you're able to confront this and bring this out and get the therapy that might be needed to deal with this, or the support network that we talked about earlier, or work it through in your own brain, your own mind, and heal from it, that in the long run you'll be better for it, that it's going to help you. But I do think you got to be very careful about pulling this memory back forward again, because there is a reason why it has been suppressed. And in some cases it's important to confront it, and in your case I think it might be, but only do it when you're ready, and only do it when you feel like it's right, and make sure you have that support network involved with you, okay? So this is very serious stuff here. This is something that I want you guys to be very careful about, okay? With the Knight of Cups energy here, I do still feel like somebody is offering their emotional support and love to you. That is still something that is happening. That is something that somebody is offering to you. So there is a portion of you that have somebody out there that is, trying to, they're keeping it from you for whatever reason. Maybe they're afraid, but they're trying to offer their love to you. They're trying to bring that out to you. We do have the Knight over here. We have a couple of different Knights. We talked about the Knight of Cups, but we also have the Knight of Swords. And that was interesting because we had the Jack of Hearts and the Jack of Swords earlier, and I thought they represented pages, but we also have the Knights that came out as well in both of those suits. So the Knight energy is a little bit more, once again, they're, the heart one, they're idealistic, they're graceful, tactile, compassionate, offering that kind of thing. The Swords one, they're a little bit more daring, a little bit more assertive and impatient, intellectual, ambitious, and that kind of thing. And we talked about these in the pages earlier, about you having some creative ideas and some other things that were kind of being suppressed. Were not able to, they were being suppressed, and you weren't able to realize that you had these talents and that you had these things. And that is important to know, because I also feel like, along with that, as you guys have some daring and some courage and some really cool ideas and some other things that you haven't really let go, you haven't really brought forth. And that goes along with the two Jacks that we were talking about earlier, along with these Knights, is you guys have some really unique talents, and boldness and intellectual ideas and compassion and some other things that you have not brought out into the world yet, that you have not let go. It's being hidden. You're hiding it mostly from yourself, but I feel like, once again, it was something in childhood that was kind of suppressed, that you kind of felt like you know, oh, I'm not really a creative sort, or oh, I really don't have any talent in that, or I'm not good enough to do that, or my ideas aren't really worth much of anything, or that's the kind of energy I'm getting here, is that that's the kind of things you might tell yourself, um, and that you need to understand that you actually have those abilities, and it's time for them to come to the surface now. It's time for them to come forward. You did have a couple of 4 energies. You had 4 of Cups and the 4 of Wands. And we also had the Justice card. And those 3 cards, to me, show balance. They deal a lot with foundations and traditions and other things. And I feel like you guys have a stronger foundation underneath you than you realize you do. And that kind of goes along with the night energies we were talking about a minute ago. I think you guys don't realize how strong and how tough you are. And that you really have a good, stable, like, you can handle things. You can handle things that come forward for you, whatever that happens to be, because you have the strength. You have that kind of thing. The King of Swords here, it's interesting how he's around a cross, because we were talking about religion earlier, and maybe somebody at church or something. But if you guys don't go to church or whatever, I do feel like there's a strong connection here with the spiritual that you guys have. And with the High Priestess and the King of Swords wrapped around the cross here, both of those are spiritual cards. Both of those deal with spiritual energies. And if you're not a religious sort, that's fine, because, you know, spirituality doesn't have to be religious based. But if you are a spiritual sort as well, just know that there is some special talents that you have in connecting to the universe, with spirit, with the divine, with God, if that's the way you think of it. You have a special connection there. You have a special way of tapping into that energy. And that is something that you have not developed, or did not know, or have not done anything with. You have a special ability to interpret divine messages. You might have an ability to be a tarot reader, or be a minister, you know, in your church. You might have a special ability to interpret scripture for people, or any of those things, okay? So once again, take what resonates. Don't, you know, leave everything else out. So just to let you know that this is ability that some of you guys have that you don't realize that you have. If you totally go, nope, no way, there's no way on earth I have this, then fine, leave it alone. But since it is something that's being hidden from you guys, if it even remotely intrigues you, or even remotely hits a little note, or makes you go, makes you think about it for at least a second or a minute, and not be totally rejecting of it, I really think it's something you should pursue. It's something you should look into and find out what this hidden ability is, what this connection is, what you're able to do, because I do think it's kind of an important ability. I think it's something that you can work with and bring apart for the world. You guys have some really special talents that could really help the world out in a lot of ways. And I really think that that's something that if you guys can tap into those things that we've talked about earlier, and we were just talking about, if you guys can tap into those things, I think you'll have some very special things to bring to the world and bring out for the world. So I really feel like that's something that several of you should explore and look into, okay? All right, let's go ahead and look at our oracle spheres. And basically how these work is we have 4 different stands here. We have the black, the red, the purple, and the gray. And you pick which stand you would like your answer to appear on. You're to think of a yes or no type of question. okay? Because that's, the kind of answers we're going to get is, yes, no, maybe, probable, stuff like that. So you think of your yes, no type of question, you pick your stand, you can go by 1, 2, 3, 4, or by color, or whatever works for you. Pick your stand that you'd like your answer to appear on, and we'll get our answers. Okay, number 1, black is a yes. Goodness. Okay, number 2, red is a probable. Number 3, purple is a not sure. That usually means the question was not very clear, or that there's things that have to be played out first before the answer can be given, because it might affect the outcome. So there's some things that have to happen first before an answer can be given on the not sures. Okay, and the number 4, gray is also a not sure. Okay, so number 1, black is a yes. Number 2, red is probable. Number 3, purple is not sure. Number 4, gray is not sure. So that's our Oracle Sphere answers for the week. Guys, this reading was very intense. I really hope that you were able to pull something out of this reading that's going to be able to be useful to you and that you're going to be able to do something with. Like I said, it was very intense for me. Hopefully it wasn't too intense for you guys. But if you guys liked the reading or felt like it was useful to you, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Leave me comments in the comments section. Share this channel with your friends and family. All of those things are very useful. We mentioned that earlier in the video, and I just wanted to reiterate that. Also, check out our other videos on the channel. We have our weekly rune reading series that we do every Monday. It has oracle spheres as well as angel numbers involved with that. So that might be something you might want to check out. We have timeless tarot readings out there on lots of topics that might be of interest. So you can check those out. We also have videos on how to read tarot cards and other videos on other topics as well. We do put out videos every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. So we do look forward to seeing you in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. Remember, this is on what is being hidden from you. What I mentioned in the previous reading, and what I'm pretty sure will probably come through as well here, is not all messages will be for every person that's watching the video. Because of the type of reading it is, it's whatever things happen to come out, and not everything is going to resonate with everybody. I actually had 4 or 5 different messages come through in the first reading, and I don't expect all of them to be true for everybody who watches the video. So it's very important that you take what resonates and don't worry about anything that doesn't, because maybe that wasn't a message specifically for you. Okay? I wanted to start off with that caveat just because I thought that was important. We do have our charms that we're going to look at here in a minute. We do have our tarot cards, and we have our oracle spheres, so you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question that you can get an answer to. All right, so let's go ahead and look at what our charms are first. See what kind of messages and meanings that we get out of that. Put a little elephant back there. Okay, first of all, we have some letters. Let's see what those might be, in case I come up with anything specific out of those first. All right, we have F, E, O, N, Y. Okay, make sure it's all the letters. First thing that came out was phony. I thought of phony, which to me means that some of you guys have somebody who is being fake with you. They're not telling you who they really are. They're hiding their true selves from you. They have some things maybe in their past they're not telling you about, or you think they're one way, you think they're one type of person, and they are something different than what they really are. So there's somebody in your life, and I honestly feel like you guys are probably going to know what that is, because you have some intuition skills, I think, that I kind of just feel like you have. And so in that case, I think you guys might know who this person is that's phony from the very beginning here. And so I'm going to go ahead and let you all deal with that, if that resonates with you. If you have somebody who is phony. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay. All right. Let's see if there's any other words that pop out at me before we go on to anything else here. Okay, the word yen. Now, that's basically, money. But to me, whenever you hear about people have a yen for something, they have a desire, a secret desire, a yearning to have something. They really want something. And so I feel like there is something that you really want that you're literally hiding from yourself. This has been kind of a common theme today. I feel like we tend to do that sometimes for ourselves. We tend to hide things. We really want something very badly, and sometimes we don't think we can get it. And so we hide it from ourselves. We bury it deep down, and do that kind of thing. And so I feel like that might be something that you guys are doing to yourselves, or that might be something that's happening. The other thing that comes through, and this was actually a message in the first reading as well, is I feel like there might be somebody out there who has kind of a secret love for you, or at least feelings for you that they are not letting you know about. Okay, we do have this heart here and this heart here. On this is made with love. Oop, dropped it on the ground, so I'm not sure I'll get to pick it up here. Let's see. Ooh. I'm kind of in a tight space here, so when things fall, it's always hard for me to get them. Okay, so we have the made with love heart, and we have the other heart here as well. So I do kind of feel like, since this message is on things being hidden from you, is that there is kind of a secret love, or somebody who cares about you in such a way that they might not be letting you know that. They might not be telling you that. And another reason why I get that feeling, and this is going to sound weird to some of you guys, we have the from Alice in Wonderland symbol here. And it's been reported by some people that they think that Lewis Carroll had a secret love for either Alice or one of her sisters. And that because they were younger than him and almost children at the time, that, he did not let that be shown. Which, of course, that is inappropriate, for people to have a love for children. But the idea that I'm getting here isn't maybe that somebody has an inappropriate love for you, but just that somebody might have a deep feelings for you that they feel like they cannot express for whatever reason. That there may be a reason that they don't feel like they can tell you about that. Okay? It could be for lots of reasons, so I'm not going to speculate on what those reasons might be, but just to let you know that that's why that came through like that for me, was because of the secret nature of the love, or the fact that they didn't want it, they weren't sure how to tell you, or felt like they couldn't tell you for whatever reason, is why that's like that. Okay? There's a connection here to the first reading as well, with the Star of David and the faith and the Tree of Life here. Those things to me all deal with having a connection to your faith, or to either a religion, or with spirit in general, or with the universe. And since that means it's hidden, or because the messages are about hidden things, what I kind of get from that what I got on the first reading had to deal with having a connection with spirit that you were not aware of, or an intuition towards, or being able to interpret things for people, like maybe Bible passages and things like that. In this case, it's maybe not that connection so much, but I do feel like there is a connection with you in religion in some way. That it's interesting that I see the Star of David, because maybe you have a Jewish connection in your family and you didn't know. Maybe that's being hidden or has been hidden from you for various reasons. I could think of a couple of reasons why maybe that would be, but the reason isn't so much important. Just to know that that might be something being hidden from you, is that maybe there's a religious thing in your background, maybe, that is being hidden from you. It could be what faith your family has grown up in. It could be other things like that. But also, for some of you guys, I feel like there just might be a connection to your faith that is maybe something you didn't realize that you had. Maybe it's kind of buried deep down, or maybe it was a connection you had and you kind of got away from and you didn't realize you still had it, and that kind of thing. And that will be something that will resonate specifically with you. You'll know if that's the case. We do have something here that I find very intriguing. You guys have 3 butterflies and a mermaid. Those all symbolize transformation, okay? Those all symbolize being able to transform yourself. And that is really great, because I feel like this is a hidden talent. I feel like you guys have a talent to transform energy into other energy. And I'm going to try to explain this, okay? Hopefully this will resonate with you guys and this will make sense. But basically what this means is I feel like you guys can take experiences in your life, things that happen to you, things that you learn, things that are said to you, whatever, and you can transform those into something very beautiful, very unique, very different. Or you can transform yourself based on those things, and you almost can become a different person. You almost can be, I feel like you can transform yourself to mold to almost any situation that you're in. This may not be something hidden from you. It may be something you kind of knew you could do, but maybe what's hidden from you is you didn't know that this ability is a really special one. That this is something that can serve you extremely well throughout your life. And it can really, really help you in many, many, many situations. That you can take what you've learned and what you can do, and you can transform it into something very beautiful. And I find that just, and that's kind of the diamond here as well. That goes along with that, in that you're very strong. That's what the acorn symbolizes here, is how strong you are. You're an extremely strong, powerful person. And you can transform anything you can imagine. You can transform that into reality. Okay, that's where the butterflies and the mermaid and everything else came in. We have she believed she could, so she did. I think that may be an energy you didn't know you had. That you can pretty much transform anything into your life into something good, into something beautiful, something, you're so strong, you're so beautiful. Diamonds are not beautiful when you first run across them. You have to polish them, cut them, do other things with them to make them beautiful. And butterflies, they start out as caterpillars and they turn into these beautiful, gorgeous butterflies after some hard work and effort, but that's what happens. Mermaids transform from being a mermaid into, being able to walk on land. So all of those symbolize to me of the transformative energy that you have, and that you can do this. It's so important that you all can do this. This is definitely something hidden from you guys. You guys did not know that you can transform things into something so beautiful. And I think that that's just something that's very cool for you guys to know, okay? You have the forever charm, you have the measure here. These things, and we also have the intuition with the wolf here. We also have the elephant, which you had the elephant, you picked the elephant as well. Elephants symbolize to me great families, great strength. And I do believe that you guys are more strong than you would ever know. And you guys have more, you're strong as a diamond. You're as hard as a diamond. You're a very strong, tough individual. I do feel like you've needed to be. We did have the Three of Hearts, which means that, you know, the Three of Cups is kind of a wonderful symbol in that, you know, you guys are very good for your family, your community. You're a very stabilizing force for them. And that's something that maybe you all also did not know and was also kind of hidden from you. Let's go ahead and take a look at our tarot cards and see what else we have here on that. Okay. Because I think there's just a lot going on here. Okay. Key number 33. Oh, wow. Okay. I really like that. We'll talk about that in a minute. We have the Ace of Wands. Oh, yes. Yes. It goes along with what I was saying earlier. The Knight of Cups. The Ten of Wands. Yep. The Four of Pentacles. Yep. The Ten of Swords. Oh, yeah. The Hierophant. Wow. This is just affirming everything. The Two of Wands. The Three of Pentacles. And the Chariot. Yeah. Okay. The cards say so much of what we've already said with the charms. They go along with it so well. They say these things that you have, that they have. The number 33, the key. 33 is a special number in numerology. Threes have to do with your creativity. They have to do with your intuition and those kinds of things. 33, if you have 33 in your numerological chart, it usually denotes some sort of special ability to create things. It can mean a few different things. One is to create things. One is connecting with the universe and that kind of thing. And one is bringing forth, you know, things for the world, putting things out there that the world can use and the world can do. And we were talking about earlier how strong you were and how you could take things that were really tough and turn them into really good things. And that is definitely something you have going on here with these things that we have. We have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords energy, you'd have to be very strong to deal with this. And you notice how, you know, she's here, she's strong enough to get through this. She's going to be able to get back up and do this. You also have the Ten of Wands, which usually shows heavy burdens. It usually shows that kind of thing. And he's able to still stand up. He's able to, you know, take these things back. He's able to do what he needs to do. And you guys have that ability. I think that this has really been hidden from me. I don't think you guys realize that how strong you are and how much you guys have this ability to take things that are given to you, that are dealt out to you in this life, the things that you're having to deal with, whatever they happen to be, and you are able to turn them into something so beautiful and do so well with them and just really manifest it into beautiful things. You guys are ultimate manifestors. You can take your thoughts, your ideas, the things that you imagine, the things that you truly want in this life, and you can manifest them into things. That's where the 33 key comes in. That's where the Four of Pentacles comes in, believe it or not, and the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Chariot, all of these things, the Ace of Wands, that also deals with your spiritual energy and dealing with spirit. And it's your connection to spirit that's able to let you do this, by the way. You have a special connection with spirit that maybe you didn't know, that you did not realize, and that I really feel like you can tap into that universal knowledge, that universal things, and you can adapt things and you can turn them into such beautiful, awesome things. And that is something that you just didn't know you could do, I think. I think that was hidden from you. But you do have a spiritual connection with spirit. You do have special knowledge and abilities to be able to take hardships, problems, experiences that you've had to deal with and turn them into something absolutely wonderful. You also can take whatever you've imagined, whatever you would like to see, and you can transform it into something even more beautiful. It's interesting how the Chariot card that you got is the unicorn. The unicorn is that ultimate, it's that beautiful magical energy, being able to take things, places, and do it magically. It's almost like Pegasus as well, which, this is a unicorn, not Pegasus, but, the flying horse, being able to take you on that magical journey. You can take people on magical journeys. I feel like you guys have an ability to write. I think you can take the experiences that you have experienced and take people on magical journeys through your writing. And that's kind of the Two of Wands with the books here kind of showed me that as well. I think, now remember, this may not resonate with everybody, but I really feel like a lot of you guys can do that you have that ability to take people on magical journeys through your writing and through what you've been able to do. It doesn't have to be fiction writing, by the way, although fiction is a one good way to do that if you're compelled to do that. But it could also be nonfiction as well, or journal writing or any other writing for that matter. But that was just something that I kind of wanted to throw out there for you guys, to let you guys know that you have this ability, because I don't think you knew it, or even if you did know it, you didn't realize to the extent that you had it. So I think that's something important for you guys to know as well. Let's go ahead and get our oracle spheres, because I'm not sure much else is coming through on what's being hidden here. So let's see if we can get some answers to your questions here. Basically, we have 4 different stands, and you're to ask your yes or no type of question, and then you pick a stand for your answer to appear on. We have a gray, purple, red, and black, or 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can pick by number, color, however you want to do it, and get your answer. Okay, number 1, gray, is a not sure. That usually means that the question is not very clear, or that there's things that still have to be played out before the answer can be given, because it might change the outcome, depending on how things work out, how circumstances go. Number 2, purple, is not now. Number 3, red, is not likely. And a number 4, black, is a yes. Okay, so gray, 1, is not sure. Purple, 2, is not now. 3, red, is not likely. And 4, black, is a yes. Guys, I hope there were some messages here that you guys were able to pull from and get some information from. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave us comments in the comment section, and share the channel with your friends and family. All those things are really important, and I wanted to just thank you all for doing all those things. Check out our other videos on the channel. We have lots of timeless tarot readings out there on lots of topics that might be of interest. We have our weekly rune readings that we do every Monday that have oracle spheres involved with those, as well as angel numbers that might be of interest to you, so you might check those out. We have other videos on the channel on other things that also might be of interest to you. We do put out videos every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, so we do look forward to seeing you again in future videos. And may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading, those of you that chose the kitty here. We're going to look at our charms here in a minute. We also have our tarot cards, and we will be doing our oracle spheres where we can ask a yes or no type of question and get an answer to that. But let's go ahead and look at our charms first. Now remember, this is on things that are being hidden from you. It can pretty much be almost anything. It's been interesting so far what's come out in the first two readings. I've never attempted to do a reading like this before, so this is the first time, and I'm very intrigued by what's happening here. One of the things I kind of wanted to say, because I think it might be important, is that with these tarot readings, and this one specifically, not all messages might resonate with you. There might be one or two things that pop up that might be just for a few people that watch the video. And so if it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry about it. Don't you know, take it up or anything. But that just means that something else in the reading should resonate with you, or might be something that you need to pick up on. So just know that everything that comes through for each of these piles may not resonate with everybody who watches that particular pile. I thought that was really important to let you guys know in this particular instance, because, I mean, that's true for, you know, all tarot readings to some extent, but I think is really true for this particular one here, because there's been a lot of things coming through, and it wouldn't always make sense for it to be everybody who watches that particular pile. All right, let's take a look at your charms here and see what we've got, and see if there's anything here that might tell us anything. We have a K-A-Y. Okay, so K, that spells out a name. Also, I thought of K Jewelers, so I instantly think of riches, or hidden riches, or some being able to make money, being able to manifest money, that kind of thing. Okay, so that was kind of the first thing that kind of came to mind here, and I kind of see that with some of these other charms as well. Now these, you know, may be initials to you, they may be a name, they may spell out something else to you besides what they did for me. You know, so that you can utilize those any way that you see fit. But with what I got out of it, with what, you know, like I said, you know, diamonds, riches, other things, we have the wonderful, you know, beautiful yacht here, you know, boat thing. We have grapes, which usually means wonderful harvest, being able to reap in great rewards. We have the key to love with a 4-leaf clover. So to me, this shows, you know, riches, good bounty, love. And what I can kind of see with this, with the things that we have here, and also with what I got with the K Jewelers, is you guys have the ability to have the kinds of things that you want to be comfortable in this life. And I said this is being hidden from you. Okay, it's possible for some of you that there is some hidden riches in your family that's being hidden from you. That literal riches, you know, literal money, literal things. This is for a very, very select few of you, so most of you guys, this won't resonate with you, or this won't make any sense to you at all. But there's a few of you out there that literally has there's some sort of money or riches or something valuable that somebody's keeping from you. Okay, either you have a spouse with a hidden bank account, you have family that has some money and they're not telling you, or there is, you know, a special piece of jewelry or something that's worth maybe some money, or something that's being hidden from you. Okay, so that's just to let that be known for some of you guys. Now, for what came through earlier for the rest of you guys, is this just has to do with your ability to get comfortable things in your life. Okay, to get the things, the things that most humans find important, money, food and good food, good wine, good, things like that, love. So basically, having some money, having some luxuries, having some, good food, good love, these kinds of things are things that most people find important in life, and that you have the ability to get those things and make your life a little bit more luxurious, make your life a little happier. You have the ability to attract those kinds of things into your life. Okay? So, and that's a hidden talent. That's something that maybe you didn't know you could do. Maybe things have been very hard your whole life, or, you had no clue that you could really attract these kinds of things. But you do have that ability to do that. If you felt compelled to watch pile 2 in any way, shape, or form, that ability kind of also showed up a little bit in that reading as well, and that might resonate with you, so you might check that out. This is where believing comes in. This is where believing is really important, and in miracles, because believing in miracles helps them manifest. It helps bring forth those kinds of things. We also, though, have a couple of other things here that remind me of children. We have the teddy bear and the sneaker here, and with those is I feel like, first of all, in some of you guys' cases, your children are hiding something from you, which is not unusual. And it's probably not anything really important, by the way. I don't feel like it's anything super crazy important, if that's the case. But what I'm also getting from this, for many of you, is that you have an ability to work with children. It's a hidden talent. It's something you didn't know. You had the ability to do, but you do. You can connect with children very easily. You can work with them. You can help nurture them. And it's a hidden talent of yours. It's something that, maybe you've not tapped into so far. Maybe you haven't done much with children in your life, or maybe, maybe that's why it's hidden for some of you. So, take what resonates. Like I said, don't worry about the rest. You also have an ability, with the snake and the salamander and the star kitty. I see these as you have an ability to see through deception, to see through the smoke, the clouds, the things that maybe if people were trying to lie to you, or people were trying to deceive you in some way, that you actually have an ability to cut through that. And also, though, I do feel like for some of you, once again, this reading is really important, that some things won't be for everybody. And this particular thing I'm getting ready to say, it's only for some of you. There is somebody in your life that is trying to deceive you. They're lying to you about something. They're trying to pull the wool over your eyes, so to speak. They're trying to put up smoke and mirrors. They're trying to make things kind of ambiguous or cloudy or other things so that you don't see the truth. And I kind of see that for some of you guys. So if you have that inkling or that feeling that somebody is doing that, then that message was for you specifically, because I do kind of feel like that is the case for some of you, that that is happening. But like I said, that's not for everybody who sees the reading. So just make sure you realize that not everybody has somebody out there who's, trying to deceive them or lie to them or whatever. Not everybody has that happening. But for those of you that really resonates with, that maybe you already had a feeling that was happening, or you that really kind of strikes you or kind of really resonates with you when you hear it, then, maybe that's something for you to kind of pursue or kind of look into and find out, who has that or who's doing that. Let's go ahead and look at your tarot cards and see if there's anything else that might be hidden from you, or if it reaffirms the things we've already talked about, or that kind of thing. So let's see what else we've got. Okay. we have the number 1 rider. Okay, interesting. Talk about that. We have the 10 of Swords. The Page of Cups. The Fool. The Queen of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. The 10 of Wands. Interesting. The 4 of Cups. The 7 of Swords. And the World card. Okay. Well, first of all, what I was talking about just in the last few minutes about somebody trying to deceive you or pull the wool over your eyes or that kind of thing, I do feel like that is the case, and maybe for more of you than I thought originally. We do have the 7 of Swords card, which kind of shows that deception, that dishonesty. We do have the Fool card in this case, in which I instantly thought of being played for a fool, which kind of came out. We have the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. These 2 cards also showed up in the last reading. So once again, if you have a compulsion to watch that reading, maybe you should do so, because there might be some messages there for you. But what I'm getting from this is, being stabbed in the back a little bit with this 10 of Swords energy going on here. Or, that people are trying to put some stuff off on you, or they're trying to, they might even be trying to keep some burdens off of your back. They might be trying, if they're trying to deceive you, it may not be for a bad reason, by the way. Sometimes when people try to keep things from you, or or deceive you in some way, it's to try to not hurt you in some way, like not overburden you with information, or not put something off on you that maybe you can't help, and so they don't really want you to know it, that kind of thing. So that could be for some of you, but I think for the rest of you, there really is a deception going on. There really is, them kind of stabbing you in the back, kind of playing you for a fool kind of energy. I do see that is kind of something going there. With the Rider card, first of all, it's the number 1. Number 1s generally mean your own individuality, your own, but it also means being on your own. But it also means authority. It also stands for, being the boss kind of thing. And so it's possible that this energy that we were talking about, there might be something that your boss or authority figure or somebody over you is trying to keep from you. They're not telling you about right now. Like maybe the company's in trouble and they're going to go under and they're trying not to tell you. Or maybe there's something that somebody has reported about you or said about you and your boss is keeping that from you. Something like that, I think, might be the case for a lot of you. And I think that might go along with some of this stabbing in the back, 7 of Swords energy going on here just a little bit. But also, this also deals with getting news, getting messages, and so there might be some sort of news that somebody's keeping from you or hiding, which kind of goes along with what we were saying about it as well. You do have 2 pages here. You have the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. You also have the Queen of Pentacles, which I think is kind of important here. And the reason why I think so is we were talking about earlier how you had the ability to take things and or attract things in your life that are beautiful, that are helpful to you, money situation, emotional happiness, like with, getting love, that kind of thing. And with your Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, I kind of think that just kind of supports that, in that I think that those kind of represent that ability to pull in that energy. They're also youthful energies, which we did talk about how well you can deal with children, and so forth. And so I think those 2 energies kind of affirm that as well. So they kind of affirm both things. They kind of affirm how you can pull things into your life, and manifest it. With the Queen of Pentacles here, you know, she shows that as well. That I really feel like you can pull in earthly things to you. You can attract it to you in such a way. It's not so much necessarily that you can manifest it in your life, although that kind of is the energy. But it's just that you can attract it. You can just kind of pull it to you. If it's something you truly want or desire, or that you can get, if you believe in it enough, or you know, do that, it can kind of just be attracted to you. It can kind of just pull into your life. That's where the World card comes in as well. I feel like pretty much anything in the world that you want, or that you feel is necessary for your happiness, or that you have, I feel like you can pull that to you. And this has definitely been hidden. I really feel like you guys did not know that you could do this. And it's going to take some practice. It's going to take some time. Because you did not know you could do it. And I think if you look back at your life a little bit, you might see instances in which that happened. And maybe you just kind of went, oh, that was good fortune, or that was good luck, or that was whatever. But I think if you pay more attention, you'll realize that it was really you that pulled that into you, that pulled that energy to you. And so once you realize that this is a hidden talent of yours, this is something you didn't know you had, I think you're going to be able to create a lot more of that in your life, because it was hidden, and you're going to be able to pull it forward now and be able to do something with it. So that's kind of, the cards are kind of affirming a lot of the same energies that the charms did, and they're kind of pulling a lot of those same things forward. So that's really interesting. All right, we have where we can go ahead and look at our oracle spheres here. Basically, you have your yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to. We have 4 different stands. We have red, black, purple, and gray. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can pick my number, color, however you want. You can get your answers. So let's go ahead and get our answers here. All right, the number 1, red, is I'm not sure. That's been popping up a lot in the readings today. Basically, that just means that either the question wasn't very clearly stated, so it was hard to give the answer, or that there's still some things that need to be played out before the answer can be given, because it might change the outcome. Okay, number 2, black, is a yes. Number 3, purple, is a not sure again. And number 4, gray, is a not sure. Wow. Interesting that we had 3 not sures. That doesn't happen very often. Okay, so we have a number 1, red, not sure. Number 2, black, yes. Number 3, purple, not sure. Number 4, gray, not sure. So there's our oracle sphere answers. Wow, guys, I hope there was something in this reading that resonated with you, and that you got some information on that you didn't know about. Please give the video a thumbs up. Share this with your friends and family. Leave us comments in the comment section. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. All of those things are very useful, and we very much greatly appreciate it. I cannot express to you how important all those things are to us. And so thank you very much from the bottom of my heart when you guys do those things. Also, remember to check out our other videos on the channel. We have lots of timeless tarot readings that might be of interest. We also have our weekly rune readings that we do, that we have the oracle spheres and angel numbers involved with. So that might be something that you would like to do. Check out. Those come out every Monday. We do put out other videos on Thursdays and Saturdays. So every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday we put out new videos. And so we do look forward to seeing you in those readings as well. And may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye.